Hi, friends, and a very pleasant good evening as we come to you from Freedom Area Bulldog Stadium, Jimbo Covert Field, where the Ellwood City Wolverines have traveled down the road here to Freedom, Pennsylvania to take on the Freedom Bulldogs. Once again, beautiful, beautiful night for football. We are so blessed with wonderful weather on our Friday nights. And tonight, the 1 and 2 Wolverines take on the 1 and 2 Freedom Bulldogs. Thad Sturgeon alongside Brad Windhorst, cameraman Dakota Marshall. We thank you for tuning in here tonight. Brad, what a fun week after a fun win last Friday night for our Wolverines.
100%, Thad. It was a big victory for us. It kind of ended the streak of 27 losses in a row, and now we're looking to go streaking once again. Not that kind of streaking, Thad. I know what you're thinking.
Yeah,
not that one.
Those days are over for me. Sorry, guys. But, I think the winning streak, if we can win here tonight, it would be our longest winning streak since 2018. So, with that said, it's game time. Just a few minutes away here from kickoff.
Yep.
Got some
Freedom
stats here for you, but go ahead, Brad.
Yep, Freedom did win the coin toss. They deferred, so Ellwood City will be getting the ball first, and then we'll be kicking off second half. We just put up the standings on our screen. This is the first game for most, if not the entire section, in conference play. Finally, we're in sectional games, which means all these teams are traveling back and forth with all these rivals starting to come up. This is it, folks. This is when the season begins here. This is what's going to determine who makes playoffs. And the fact that top 5 teams make playoffs, you need about 3 wins in conference.
And every game's important, but boy, a win here tonight.
You got to start strong.
You got to start strong. And a beautiful, before we say that, Brad, a beautiful job here done by Freedom Area tonight with the pregame, honoring our veterans. Had a nice ceremony beforehand leading out onto the field. Beautiful. Freedom just knocks it out of the park.
100%.
They just do a fantastic job.
Well,
every time we're down here. We're always welcome.
And I will say we'll be the complement of them. They bring the red while we bring the blue.
So got some white. So here we go. Ellwood City waiting to receive that kickoff. Back to receive is Elijah Palmer McCain and Dante Pierce. Kicking off appears to be number 10 for the Freedom Bulldogs, Garrett Jutarski. Just moments away here from kickoff. Like I said, both teams coming in with that record of 1 and 2. The Freedom Bulldogs, their one win was against Quaker Valley, and their losses have been to Ambridge and a pretty good Beaver team.
Yes.
Maybe a little more improved Beaver team than what we've used to hear in the past. Got a little bit of a delay here at kickoff. Got the kids all out there ready to play.
Yeah, I think they're waiting for that exact 3-minute moment.
And that could work,
I think they're also kind of waiting for the tarp in the end zone to be taken down, which looks like we're about ready to go.
Yep.
I know a lot of people are kind of confused with the 7:30 start. More of your traditional, about 5 or 6 years ago, they started switching to 7 o'clock starts so that way everybody gets home in a timely manner. But I love these 7:30s.
I love the 7:30. I came up with
30
this
minutes
week.
is lovely.
I'm going to, tell the WPIL, if a football game is less than a half hour apart, start it at 7:30.
Right.
If it's longer than that, start it at 7.
Yep. On the flip
Not
side,
that we're ever going to be making decisions for the WPIL, Brad. But
the flip side, Wednesday night, the middle school game, that was only an hour and 15-minute game at max.
Game. That starts at 6:30, and I'll be playing again here this Wednesday night. As we go through the broadcast, we'll get you some highlights of this week in Ellwood City sports. Had some golf. Golf had a great week. Girls volleyball had a tough week against 2 very, very tough teams. But next week's a new week, and I do believe we are moments away here from kickoff. I've said that a few times now.
You are right. Golf did have a big week. They had to win 5 straight matches so far. They're 3 for 3.
Check out the new jerseys on our Wolverines tonight. The all blue with the Wolverines across the front. A lot of excitement. A great crowd across the way. Driving kick there, taken by Elijah at the 9-yard line. Up that lane he comes, makes the first wave miss, gets to the second wave, going to be up to the 33-yard line. A nice 22-yard return for Elijah Palmer McCain, number 2 for the Wolverines. Wolverines have 1st and 10, and they're going to mark him at about the 32-yard line.
The tackle was by number 18, Nathan DiNardo.
Coming up for the Wolverines is sophomore. Didn't mean to cut you, Barrett.
No, you're okay.
Chris Smiley. Chris, just a sophomore, but coming in here, 31 for 63 on the year, 4 TDs. There were 6 interceptions, but 469 yards. So the sophomore Chris Smiley with his fourth varsity start. Here's Smiley, handoff to Elijah. Around that left side he goes. He's got a step, gets a block, and he's taken down nicely there for about a 4-yard gain. That was Patterson, number 8. I think we'll be saying his Cody Patterson, number 7, I believe, was the tackler. So pickup of about 3. Elijah coming into the contest with 37 rushing attempts, 232 yards. But more impressively, Brad, is that 6.3 average per game. And he's going to need to do that tonight for the Wolverines to be competitive in this contest. 2nd and 7 now. Smiley, he goes back, the lefty throws, finds his man. Nice pass to number 8, Michael Walters, the big guy last week.
And I
picks
tell
up
you
9, and that was a nice catch.
You want to talk about a dart. Holy smokes, Chris Smiley with the sidearm there.
Yes, a nice pass by Smiley. That's a first down. Pickup, going to be about 9 yards on the pickup.
Number 18 was the tackler for
DiNardo.
DiNardo once again.
DiNardo there. So first down, Wolverines now ball right at the 45-yard line. Handoff to Elijah, tries the right side this time. Makes a man miss, but gets back to the line of scrimmage. I tell you what, there's about 7 Freedom Bulldogs there to wait for him. 44, Damian Grunigal, one of their star players here from that linebacker position, was up to make the stop. So now the Wolverines, really no gain on that play, going to bring up a 2nd down and 10. Donegal, he stands there at 6'1", 205. And we'll see him on offense and defense. 2nd down here, Smiley in the shotgun, running for his life around their side. He sets his feet, throws it down there, a little short in the pass, but batted up in the air. And I tell you, that time, Walters, Walters for the Wolverines kind of became a defensive back was able to keep the Freedom Bulldog from intercepting that ball. So the ball falls incomplete. Going to bring up 3rd down and 10 for the Wolverines.
If he had a little bit more time to make that throw, set his feet,
I think so.
I think that would have been a lot cleaner.
He felt that backside pressure coming toward him.
Give credit to the Bulldogs front line. They're getting through. We did say coming down today that this front line, defensive line for the Bulldogs, pretty hefty line.
They are. So on this 3rd and 10, Smiley in the shotgun, sidecar to his left, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. I think we got a timeout,
Ellwood City.
Yes, timeout Ellwood City in the early goings of this contest. So, of course, Ellwood City coming off their first win in about 27 games last week. Pretty exciting with that last Friday night.
Yep, that'll give us time to talk about the keys to the game. Speaking of that victory last week, we talked a little bit already. We want to keep that momentum. You win out of conference, but hopefully that week before conference begins, that will translate to something this week. 4 quarters. That's something that we finally saw last week. It wasn't 1 quarter. It wasn't 2. It was all 4 quarters in for the Wolverines. And then finally, just finish some drives. We got to get points. This is an example right here. Not a bad drive started, but a big, crucial 3rd and 9 here to start this drive and start this game at the 10:07 mark.
Yep, I agree with that completely, Brad. So coming out of that timeout, the Wolverines used their first of 3 timeouts with 10:07 to go in the first quarter. On the turf field, there's Smiley in the shotgun. Sends a man in motion. We got 3 to the right, 1 to the left. He's back to pass. Got some time. Throws it down the field. Got a man there. And, just out of reach of Elijah Palmer McCain, who ran that wing down that backfield, down that left sidelines. The pass was there, but good coverage. Good coverage by, I missed the number on the coverage, but going to bring up a 4th and 10 for the Wolverines.
Number 21, Matt Schulteis. Sorry. I'm glad that you got the pronunciations. I didn't get.
So back to punt is Declan Gray. Bad snap, but he gets the ball, gets it picked up. He's going to run.
He could run.
He's going to run up the middle. He goes.
He's got
the first down.
And more.
He's at the 35, down to the 30, all the way down to the 25-yard line. Declan Gray makes something out of nothing and goes 28 yards for the first down We'll call it a run. It's actually a punt, but heads up play there by sophomore Declan Gray. Wow. Whew. Lost my voice 4 minutes into the dang-gum game. So
Number 7 was here.
so Cody Patterson saved the touchdown there for Freedom. Wow, heads up play there.
I would say. I'm glad he had the recognition not to just punt it, but
yes,
he
did.
actually
I thought he was going to, but he saw the hole there. I mean, everybody was downfield 30 yards. 1st and 10 for the Wolverines now on the 24-yard line. And no, he keeps it, throws it. Nice catch. Going to pick up about 8 yards. Senior Aaron Hobel with the catch. I'm liking this by the Wolverines, kind of that. We've seen that 2 or 3 times now, Brad, where they're just kind of doing that quick curl in.
Yep.
I think we've kind of established here in this first drive, Smiley's not going to have a lot of time back there.
No, it's going to have to be quick and out. And
we got some fast linemen here for the Bulldogs. But Wolverines driving here. Picked up 6 on that pitch and catch. Going to break up 2nd down and 4. Smiley now under center, I formation, handoff to Elijah. Oh, hit there hard. I believe that was no gain on the play. I believe that was Grunigal once again.
Yep, number 44.
He's got a nose for the football, and you saw it on that play. They're just not – it's the first drive.
Yes.
Kind of feeling things out here. But a big 3rd down here for the Wolverines. They're 0 for 1 on the night. But really the play of this drive was the run by Declan Gray. So under Smiley. Pitch out this time. Going to try the right side. Got a man to beat. Oh, great play there. Great defensive play there by number 7 of Freedom, Cody Patterson. Going to knock him down for, about a 3-yard loss. So it's going to bring up a 4th and 7 for the Wolverines from about the they're spotting the ball. No, not the 22-yard line. I was 5 yards off.
Yep.
At the 22-yard line. So
loss of about 5 yards.
Okay. I saw the side guy stopped, and then he kept going. So a big play here. The Wolverines, we'll call it 1 for 1 on 4th down conversion so far tonight. They moved the ball on this drive via mostly the pass and the punt, muffed punt.
Right.
Gone right.
No reason not to.
Okay, 4th and 8. Oh, we got a flag on the play. Oh, son of a gun.
Yep.
I didn't see that either. Wow. Can't let that happen on a 4th and 7. Now you're going back 4th and 12. Folks, just want to make this point. We're doing the internet is working to this point, but if you drop it, refresh your computer, right, Brad?
Yep.
And you'll get it back. Everything seems to be working good to this point.
So far.
But
it's the Valley. Valley always had issues with internet access-wise.
So on this 4th and 12, call it 13, Smiley. Back to pass. He wants to go down there. Got his man there. He's up number 8. Get it. Oh, he go. Wow.
Yep. It was a good tackle.
The pass was to Walters, but he's going to be stopped depending upon the spot.
He's going to be short, I believe.
Number 8 for the tackler.
Dakota Roberts. With the sure tackle. And that's going to be, unfortunately, ball over on downs. He couldn't have been less than a yard short, Brad.
And again, if he just had a little bit more time to set his feet, he would have led Walters better.
Right.
It just, again, that offense or the defensive line getting through.
After last week and this week, Walters is, I'll just say it, becoming a premier wide receiver
100%.
Here in this section. And
he may or may not be my neighbor.
So anyway, Freedom now with the ball. Handoff there.
Number 7.
Big play there. Cody Patterson with the run. No gain on that play. The Freedom Bulldogs, their first possession of the night was 6:54.
I think number 20 for Ellwood on the tackle.
Jackson Kerr.
Coming up from that safety position out there for the Wolverines. Right now, no Brighton Mariacker tonight with the thumb injury. He hopes to be back here soon, but had a pretty good cast on it last night at dinner. Schulteis, quick handoff there to number 44. Grinding and churning his way ahead was Grunigal. Not much going on there for
Mariacker
Grunigal.
is out there.
Yes, he is.
Oh, he
Number
is.
Out there.
17.
He
He's
is
got
playing.
the club.
He's got the club on his hand.
If he wasn't out there, he'd be up here clubbing you.
That's right. I missed that.
Because I think he was also in on that tackle, to be honest.
He was.
He
I think
was.
he was the initial hit.
He was the
Yep.
initial hit.
So good to see Marriott got there. So third down here quickly for Freedom. Third and 5.
Wanna make
ball
a
from their 20-yard line.
Note on defense, number 39, that is Declan O'Brien,
Yes.
officially New Jersey's. He goes from 40 to 39.
Yep.
That's Declan O'Brien.
Yep.
Pitch out here to the close
A
side.
little high, but he got it.
Good setup.
it-
Oh,
oh.
Dante.
Keeps driving forward, wrapping him up. There's
There
a
you
host
go.
of Wolverines. First man to hit him was
Gavin Partridge, number 6.
Partridge, I guess, was in there to kind of finish things off, to slow him down.
They're going to save enough for the first
And he
down.
got enough for the first down. Good grief. Yes, he did. So the Freedom Bulldogs get their first down of the night.
Who was the carry by?
44, Garnigal.
Number 4. Tyler Welsh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, it was
Tyler
it was
Welsh on the jet sweep. Okay.
He almost lost the ball.
He almost
Was
did.
able to keep
he
a
held
hold
on
of it.
to it.
So now Schulteis under center. Everything in tight now for Freedom. There's a little misdirection to number 4. Waves his way up through there.
And
was Welsh.
And I tell you what, he
Got
held
about
that
5
one.
yards.
He held that one high. I just
Yep.
got to be careful. So 72.
Grinning with the number 72 for the Wolverines with the tackle, Ryder Grinning. So pickup of, we'll call it 5. The scoreboard here, I don't know if there's something across that. The yards to go,
Yeah,
they got
it's-
some bulbs out or something, so I'm kind of got to go on what we see in the sidelines. Schulteis now under center. Once again, that wing T. Little misdirection, up the middle he goes. It's Grunigal, and I tell you what, you don't know who's going to get the ball in this wing T right now, Brad. And Grunigal is dropping that head, going forward. We've seen Freedom run this offense for about, 2 or 3 years now, Brad?
Right, and I will always go on record saying I've never liked the wing T. I've never liked deception up the middle, but that's what you do when you can't throw the ball. When you do that, it works.
And that's what, it's an interesting point, Brad. To this point in the season, the 3 games in, the Freedom Bulldogs have only passed the ball 27 times.
Right, so then you should have at least 8 in the box, which Wolverines have.
Right, got 1 to the outside on this play. There's a handoff to number 7 around.
There
nice
you
stop
go, number
there.
9.
Number 9, Luciano Gagrick comes up there to make the big hit. Leaving that 2. Really no gain on the play. So when they're doing that sweep around, Brad, he's getting the ball so deep behind the line of scrimmage. It looked like he gained 5 yards, but he just got back to the line of scrimmage. Folks, we do appreciate you listening here tonight. There's some great eateries around town covering this game, so if you're hungry, you can go down to, I think Vinny's is showing it. Doggone, our friends at Doggone are showing the game tonight. So stop down there and get something good to eat and watch the game. There's a handoff. Little
Reverse again.
Reverse.
Nice check.
Oh, he didn't get him. Number 7 for Cody Patterson gets another first down. And I tell you what, for the Wolverines,
They had
number
initial
26,
contact.
Deontay Pierce,
Yeah.
had him all but wrapped up, but he's tough to bring down. Was that Partridge on the tackle?
I believe Gagrick.
Oh,
Luciano
Gagrick. Luciano Gagrick with the tackle. Another first down here. And I tell you what, from an announcing standpoint, you really got to watch that quarterback to know who's going to be getting that ball.
I was going to say the clock should be running, but they just now started.
Yep,
That's
there
kinda
it is.
confusing. He didn't
So-
actually whistle it in.
So here we go. 4 seconds on the play clock. He's going to go back to pass this time. Got a man down there deep, and he's opens number 21. Oh, he dropped the ball. He dropped the ball. Did Matt Schulteis. He was looking at the green turf in front of him because that had 6 points written all over it. Put an asterisk by that play, Brad. Incomplete pass brings up a 2nd and 10. But the Wolverines secondary cannot let people get that open.
No.
Schulteis came out of the right side and just went down the field. And oh my.
I tell you what, this is going to get really confusing. Schulteis to Schulteis.
Brothers, yeah.
Whew.
One's a senior, one's a junior.
And
Brother to brother there. They've done that in the backyard, I'm sure, many times.
Yep.
There's a handoff to Grunigal. Powers his way forward. Right now, Grunigal, he's just 5 yards.
In a
And
cloud
if
of
we were
dust.
on dirt, we'd see dust. But Okay, big third down here for the Wolverines. Freedom now in Ellwood City territory. Ball at the 44-yard line. Going to bring up a third and let's call it 5.
They're going to credit Singer and O'Brien, I believe, on that tackle on the close side here.
So now on this big third down here for Freedom. There's a handoff. Going to go up the middle. He goes, and he's gone. He's gone. Going to go all the way.
You got to watch
10,
it.
5, touchdown. Gronigal, 44-yard run. And once he got through the initial wave, there was nobody there to stop him. 6-0 in favor of Freedom Bulldogs. Extra point forthcoming. 2:14 remaining here in the first quarter. And, Gronigal, he's good. And he just kind of lowers that head, gets through that initial line. So up in for the Garrett Dratarski in for the extra point. That kick, woo, yeah, that would have had some distance to it. It is good. That makes the score 7-0, Freedom Bulldogs. Let's take a quick timeout. Folks, press box. We're having fun here in the press box tonight so far. 2:14 remaining. That drive was, 78 yards? All yards gained were on the run, capped off. Deep kick there, taken by Dante Pierce at the 5-yard line. Weaves his way up through, makes a man miss. Going to keep going. Guys, a block. Kicker takes him out of bounds. Oh, he's still going all the way down. Dante Pierce showing what he can do on kickoff returns. Credit the front line ahead of him. And he returned that ball about 49 yards.
Yeah, he officially took it from the 6-yard line all the way back to what, the 47?
The 47. Yep.
So 47-yard return.
47-yard, yes, Brad, a 47-yard return by Pierce. And he gets through that first wave, and he got that jet speed that got going. So Wolverines start off with great field position
now you gotta
in
capitalize.
the Bulldog territory. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line. Smiley back to pass. Dump pass. Oh, just a little too tall for Gagrick. Some interesting stats here, Brad, for the Wolverines. You got Mary Ocker with 9 receptions. Now, he won't be out in wide receiver tonight with that. But you have Michael Walters, who's averaging 20.9 yards at reception on 7 receptions, and Luciano Gagrick with 5 receptions, averaging 16.2. So, are all the passes that far? Some of them are, but you got yak yards and everything coming in after that. So, Smiley, little misdirection delay there. Nice run by Elijah. Gets it up to the 45-yard line. Mark at the 46. 41. So going to pick up 6 on the play. A big 3rd down and 4 here for the Wolverines. They are 1 for 2 unofficially for 3rd down tonight.
And something that we saw all year long so far is they like to go for it on 4th down. So if I'm the Wolverines,
I think they will.
Run the ball
they will.
and then just try again.
Right.
Try again. Well, listen, sometimes how do you counter a good run offense? You run the ball yourself.
Yeah, but we've seen them not afraid to pass on that 1st and 2nd down, which I don't have a problem with either.
Right.
Smiley surveys. Going to hand it off there to Elijah. Bounces his way forward. Going to pick up about 2 on the play. 43, Ryan Krettel was in there, as well as some other people from Freedom. So a big 4th down here for the Wolverines. I'm going to call it 4th and 3. It's just between a 39.5-yard line. So the Wolverines 1 for 2 on 4th downs tonight. I tell you what, I'm thinking Hobel, Walters, right there.
Quick little pass
dump
if you need
pass in the middle
Quick little
to try to
turnaround
get
pass.
something done because everything's kind of in tight right now. There's a quick handoff to
I
Luciano
like that
Gagrick.
too.
Going to drive his way forward.
I
He
like
got the
that
first
too.
down and a little bit more all the way down to the 31-yard line.
Thad, we just said it.
Pick up
Sometimes you just carbon copy what they just did. Fullback handoff, let them roll.
And up through. A big first down there for Luciano Gagrick. So going to bring about 1st and 10 from the 32.
That was a 7-yard gain. Wow.
7-yard gain, 25 seconds remaining. Where did this first quarter go? Here and gone. Going to be another play here for the Wolverines. Wideouts dispatched both ways. There's a handoff there this time to
26.
Pierce. Weaves and cuts his way forward. And I'll tell you what, on first down, I'll take that every time.
Anything positive.
Picking up 6, maybe 7 yards. And folks, just like that, that's the end of the first quarter with the Freedom Bulldogs up 7-0 on the Ellwood City Wolverines. We'll take a quick break. Right, Brad?
Yep.
We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks, as we start this second quarter of action from Jimbo Covert Field. The Wolverines with the ball on this 2nd and 7, ball on their 29-yard line. There's a handoff to Elijah, makes a man miss, another man. Quick pursuit coming. No gain, going to be a loss on that play. That play just never really had a chance to get developed. So loss on the play of about 3.
Yep.
Going to bring up a 3rd down and 9. Wolverines have been able to convert some 3rd downs here tonight, and this drive really was started off great by Dante Pierce's 45-yard kickoff return on this 3rd, and we'll call it 10. Smiley back, looking deep, throws his way down there, got a man there.
Oh my.
Was going to number 8, his favorite receiver now, Walters, and got to give credit to Dakota Roberts down there, got his hand in there just enough to disrupt things. Man, that was just so close. Incomplete pass, stops the clock. Now we got a 4th and 10, the Wolverines here sitting at the 32-yard line.
Oh, man, that was in his
I
hands.
say that ball went up. Yeah, I just saw it too on the replay.
A good defensive positioning on the backside to help knock it out.
Okay,
wow.
Big 4th down here. The Wolverines 1 for 2 on 4th down so far tonight. Smiley goes back. Going to roll out there under duress. Throws it, and no,
that was forward.
That was a forward pass. It was well behind the line of scrimmage, but
forward.
It was a forward pass. Ball falls incomplete. Freedom gets another defensive stop here with the Wolverines.
And indirectly, that may have been the best thing for
No,
it.
it could have been. I mean, Smiley, he was dead in the water. There were 3 Bulldogs. Yes, count them, Brad. 2 of them, 3 of them. He had nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and alertly just gets it thrown away. So now the Wolverines up back out on defense. On defense out there, we got number 72, Ryder Grinnan, number 55, Maddox Singer, number 35, Declan O'Brien out there on that lines, number 13, Caden Docchio. Declan Gray out there in a linebacker position along with Buddy Senior Mariacker. There's a pass out to number 4. Makes the first man miss. Down the side he goes. It's a foot race now. He's brought down at the 40-yard line
By Gavin.
by Gavin Partridge, but not after. Good grief.
30-yard gain.
30-yard gain. Yep, from the 32 to the 38. So the Wolverine defense there, just not able. They got to get these guys stopped at the line because once they break through, they're just picking and weaving their way through. So 1st and 10 now for the Bulldogs at the 38-yard line. Schulteis under center.
Fumble, but
No, he kept it.
That was weird.
Makes a stutter steps and moves his way forward. Is number 7 Patterson, takes it down to the 30-yard line. Not enough for a first down. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 1.
He kind of looked like he fumbled the snap a little bit.
Oh, the snap.
and then he handed it off.
Yep.
It was a little weird. Caught me off guard.
Mariocker was in on that tackle.
Yep. Mariocker, number 17.
So the junior quarterback Schulteis for Freedom now. Coming up, they got a wide receiver deployed to the far side, long side of the field. Sends a man in motion. I think we got a timeout on the Wolves by the Freedom Bulldogs. That's their first. They do have 2 remaining.
Dakota, go ahead and throw up the standings there real quick. I know we don't have any conference games just yet, but if you look at your screen there, leading the charge so far in the MAC conference is Neshannock and Western Beaver. Western Beaver plays a lot of those Saturday games, have been roughing up on some Beaver County teams. So Neshannock and Western Beaver 3-0 across the board. Beaver Falls, a 2-1 team. A lot of, I don't want to say concerns. I shouldn't say concerns. I'll never be concerned because that was last year Beaver Falls lost like 3 games and all of a sudden came out of the blue. And went 9-4.
There was a nice article in Trib or Beaver County Times today talking about that. You know, last year they went out
teams.
there. They went out there last year and played Central Valley.
Right.
They went out there and played Aliquippa. Credit Nardone, the coach down there, former Ellwood guy. He's not afraid to step up there and let his players.
Yep.
You know, play some tough games out of the start. They went 0-3 and played at Heinz Field last year.
Exactly. So non-conference games mean nothing.
Well.
But victories and
what's that? Oh, that was a fake, but
nice play there.
Play
number
there.
72.
Number 72, Grinnan in there. He was not fooled, was Ryder Grinnan with the stop and really minimal gain on that play. Maybe even lost a little bit. Big 3rd down here.
The fake pitch out to the running back and then hand off the fullback.
Yep. And I think they were trying to catch the Wolverines sleeping there. Ryder Grinnan was not. They blew up that front line.
Right.
And that's what they're going to have to do, is not give them a lane.
And I'll guarantee you, Ryder's the smallest one on that line, but his pure muscle.
Yeah,
he's
a tough kid. There's a handoff there to Grunigal, but whistle blown. I think, everybody in the stadium knew Grunigal was going to get that ball on a 3rd and 2. So false start. Was that it, Brad, against Freedom?
False start.
Going to knock them back 5 yards. Going to bring a 3rd down and 7. So 9 minutes remaining here in this contest. Second quarter of this second quarter.
You rushing us out bad.
Yeah. So Schulteis under center. Full backfield. Handoff to Grunigal. Makes a man miss, but he's taken down. Great tackle there.
Was that Ryder again?
26.
No, 26.
26 and 15.
Yep.
Ryder Grinnan was in there as well. So Declan Gray in there. So big 4th down here. Was about a 4th and 5. We'll call it for Freedom. They appear to be going for it at the 33-yard line. I know that kicker on that point PAT. Yeah, he can kick it, but
he can, and he's kicked 2 field goals this year.
So we got in a shotgun. Don't see that going around that right side. He's going to want to keep it. Big hit there, Mariocker. One arm takes down Schulteis. That's a 4th down. Turnover on downs. Big defensive stop there for the Wolverines. Big time hit. And they wanted to kind of, I don't know if you want to call that a run pass option, but Schulteis came out of that backfield looking for someone to throw to, decided to drop the ball, take the ball, and try running forward. And, Mariacher, not the textbook tackle, but when you got one arm, that's how you do it. And he did it.
That's very accurate.
So, who do we got in the backfield there? Got a big fella there in the backfield for the Wolverines. There's a handoff, and ridden down from behind was Elijah Palmer McCain.
I think that tall one is number 14, our newest player for the Wolverines.
So Blake Foreman.
Yes. Blake Foreman in there, like a fullback position. I think it was Kamara, number 50, with one of the initial hits there.
I think this is where the playbook is going to have to start opening up a little bit.
Yeah, maybe a touch.
That first down play, like that, you're going to have to do some play action or a little bit of trickery or something.
Right. So, gave him about a yard on that play.
A loss of
play.
Yep.
There, Smiley. Quick pass out there. Little too tall for intended receiver, Daylon Curie.
There was space there.
Had some space, but just do it a little bit too high. I like that idea of that play. It's something that we have not seen yet in this game, but the ball falls incomplete. 7:14 remaining.
I know this is going to sound weird, but what you want as an offense, you want the Bulldogs to make tackles. If the Bulldogs are making tackles, that means you're getting the ball out in the space. You're actually making plays. That right there, it's stopping the clock.
Right.
No tackle, no yardage.
No yardage. So on this third, and we're going to call it 11, Smiley in the shotgun. Hands off there to Elijah, and that play had no chance.
No.
There's about 4 red shirts there. He might have got back to the original line of scrimmage. They're going to call Henley, number 57, with the stop, but he had help there. If he wouldn't have got him, 2 other guys would have. So now a 4th down and 11. Number 55, Maddox Singer. Now, Maddox is, I guess we'll call the backup long snapper. Usually you'll see senior Mariacher in there. This snap is good. High kick there by
No
Gray.
return, I like it.
And takes a freedom bounce and going to be at the 45-yard line. So a 23-yard punt there by Gray. Going to set the Bulldogs up with 6:29 remaining in this second quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. No, as the timekeeper here said, it wasn't exciting as Gray's last punt that he scampered for. But he picked up 30 yards on that play. But remember, he was 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage when he started. So everything in tight. One wide out far to the left. There's the wing. He's going to pass. He wants to look down the field. He's got some time. Got his man there. It just overshot him. Wow, Schulteis to Schulteis, that connection just has not been able to happen. It's going to, Brad. He is getting open.
Well, what kind of confused me is I shouldn't say confused me. It didn't confuse me. The trickery behind the line of scrimmage there, Declan Gray, he could have had a sack there. But the problem is he had to watch the running back come in that motion.
Well, that's what this kind of, offense does.
Yeah. You're killing me.
So, okay.
We're going a little bit mad in here, apparently.
Yeah. Now, see, this situation here, there's going to keep her, and I think that was a busted play for Schulteis, and he alertly just turns around, runs forward into a pile, no gain on the play.
I think they're going to give him credit for 1.
You're going to give him 1?
Yeah.
Okay. You're going to be 3rd in a long 9 now for Freedom. And you got to be thinking them Schulteis. Them 2 pass plays now where they had him open.
You got to keep that in the back of your head.
Yeah.
Just got to be careful about that play action.
Yes, you do.
You got 3 guys you got to key on.
You got that misdirection coming through there. And
in fact, you got 4 people you have to key on.
There he goes on the pitch out this time. Makes a man miss. Goes with that right side. Does a stiff arm. A nice takedown there by number 20, the Wolverines, Jackson Kerr. But not after about a 8-yard gain another fourth down decision time here for Freedom.
This is a
as they
no-brainer.
are in Ellwood City territory. Just over 5 minutes remaining on a 4th and 1. You got Gronigal back there.
And you
Wonder
just-
what's going to happen.
And you just held the Wolverines to a 3-and-out.
Yep.
It's
yep.
a no-brainer.
You know,
QB sneak.
on a
If
4th
not,
and
have
1.
Have Damien come up right behind
Yep,
you, give you a little push.
Gronigal's going to get this, and he does. Rolls his way forward, falls forward. He gets pushed back, but forward momentum is going to give him the first down there. Picks needed one, got 2. First down, Bulldogs. 4:51 remaining. Bulldogs now with 2 timeouts. Fast moving first half here. So 1st and 10, ball on the 44-yard line. Under center, and I do believe Freedom is going to take their second time out. Hey, Brad, as I said, Thursday night dinners, I was there last night, and just a tradition they've been doing here in Ellwood City. I mean, I think they've been doing it since Moses split the water. They feed the football players every Thursday night, and last night was the Hogue and Barbario families. Brad, they had these chicken strips that were breaded, and then there was like all these different sauces you could put on it. They had like this Italian pasta with, the good ones with the pepperoni and tomatoes in them. It was so good. And then the mac and cheese, and not just mac and cheese. The way God intended mac and cheese to be made. It had this breadcrumbs on top of it, just like Mom makes.
A little bit toasted on top.
Just like Mom makes. A little toasted on top. I'm telling you what, I went back 2 times. Should have went back a third.
He went back a third.
It was that good. So, big thank you to the Hogue and Barbario family. What a great meal and a nice night for everybody. It was good. It was good, man, I'm telling you. They had leftovers. I should have looked them up today. Probably could have got it again. It was that good. Oh, we got a flag. Pre-snap penalty. That's got to be frustrating as a coach. You call a timeout, you come back. Oh, offsides the Wolverines. Yeah, I missed that.
I missed it too.
So 5 yards, going to bring up a 1st and 5 now. For Freedom. So see what they get dialed up in their playbook. 4:29. Make a note they just have 1 timeout remaining. Lots of time here. There's a pitch out there. Almost lost the handle, but he gets it. Gets ahead of steam and darts his way forward. Was number 4, Tyler Welsh. Going to get positive yardage on that 1st and 5. Let's give him 3. Going to bring up a 2nd and 2. I believe it was Declan Gray on the stop.
That's what the announcer said.
Whoa. His voice is booming. We're going to listen to him. So 2nd and, we'll call it 3 now for Freedom.
This is a big drive.
It
to
is.
end his first half.
It is,
Wolverines keep it 7-0. Bulldogs,
Yep.
let's go 14-0.
We'll have all the halftime stats here, but of course, as always, you get to enjoy the Freedom Bulldog Band and the Pride of Ellwood City, the Blue Band. Around that right side, little misdirection. Guys coming back. We got a flag coming in there in that hold territory. Number 7, Cody Patterson, zigged and zagged and gained about a yard. But, yes, I think
That's
we
a
got
big
some,
word.
Yeah, it is. Preliminary holding.
Wow.
I don't use that. That's the announcer guy.
Yeah, how about that?
He's probably a teacher or something really smart and uses that kind of.
I will
Okay.
say that on Friday nights, my teacher cap just it stops. It stops for the weekend.
That's
just for
good.
a little bit.
That's good because it's kind of annoying when you have it on. Just no. So, it brings up.
You're gonna get a phone call from my mom. I know it's gonna
I will.
happen.
But okay, the loss of 10 on the play. Going to bring up a 2nd and 12. Back is Schulteis under pressure. Gray's going to end up getting him sometime, but not this time. Rolls his way forward to Schulteis, down to the 30. Hits, you got to wrap him up, guys. All the way down to the 25-yard line. Pickup of 22. Right, Brad? On that play.
Yeah.
After the holding call.
Down to the
24. They marked it as a 24, and great. Just about had him in the backfield. Just got overran a little bit, and down he came. Got to the 25, and maybe some missed tackles there that we've not seen a lot this year out of the Wolverines, but on that play we did. 1st and 10, just under 3 minutes remaining here. Ball at the 24-yard line. Schulteis hand off to Grunigal, makes a man miss. Oh, nice tackle there. Gray in there with the shoestring tackle to hold that gain to a minimal gain. Going to bring up a 2nd down. Really no gain on the play, but good stay-at-home awareness by Gray that time to make Grunigal try to beat him, and he did not. So ball now, yes, on the 24-yard line. Really pretty clean first half here. We've not really had any turnovers at all.
You jinxed it.
That's why I said it.
I figured you
Back
did
is
say
Schulteis. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and taken down.
By
Hit
Mariacker.
hard there. Mariacker was in there. Also give number 72, Ryder Grinnan. I've said his name several times tonight. Cleaning things up. No gain on the play. So the Wolverines kind of having that bend but don't break defense right now.
Right.
But they got to stop them on 3rd down. They got to stop them on 4th down.
And I'm going to tell you right now, I know there's still 2 more plays at least on this drive. This kid's got a leg. They can make it from here. So
Yes, minute 43. They just have that one timeout.
I'm bringing a blitz. I'm bringing somebody.
You got to stop. I'll go Tomlin on you here in gap control. You got to control the gaps and not give them a lane. A little different. Oh, and I don't think he wanted to do that.
No, he did not.
A timeout by Freedom, by the body language of the head coach. He is not happy. That was really a different formation as they were lining up there, Brad, that we've not seen yet tonight. So the Wolverines at this timeout, the Wolverines have 2 timeouts remaining. The Freedom Bulldogs just used their last one. As I said, folks, stick around here halftime. Enjoy the Lincoln High School Blue Band, the Freedom Bulldogs. They did a very nice job in pregame with the Star Spangled Banner, alma mater, as well as a beautiful night here for the pregame with supporting our veterans and supporting the troops. Freedom always does a nice job.
So game reset here. Minute 30 remaining before halftime. 3rd down and 10. Wolverines need a stop here.
Yes, they do.
At least hold a
Keep
field goal
this
attempt.
a one-score game.
Yeah.
So whistle blows. Minute 30 remaining on this 3rd and 10. There's a handoff. Little flea flicker back. Got his man deep down there for number 7. Touchdown! 24 yards. Didn't see that one coming. There was a handoff there to Grunigal, I believe it was. He runs up the line of scrimmage, turns around, throws it back to Schulteis, takes it down there. It was number 7, right? Cody Patterson. Yep. Patterson with the 24-yard. Ouch. Yeah, it wasn't Grunigal that had the ball. It was Tyler Welsh. And everybody bit on that run. So now the Wolverines now to stop that extra point. And the Wolverines had too many men on the field. They were trying to get off. And in doing so, of getting off the field, they were offsides. You can't blow the whistle and stop a play. Why? I'm not sure why it was.
I think he was trying to spell it YMCA.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I tell you what it was, Brad. I think they were waving off the extra point. And now they're coming back in, but the ball didn't move ahead on the penalty.
Yeah.
A little confused here, but they are going to go for 2. And I think the official timeout, because the Freedom coach, I think, is asking what we just did. That should be half the distance to the goal. I think that's why he's going for 2. Speculation on my part, but.
Oh, that's no speculation. I can see it clearly.
But you cannot have a penalty. And
why would you decline it? Somebody had to have said decline for official to say decline.
Yeah, the official made the decline, but can't get an extra point when the play's called dead. We're having a, kind of, as they're conversing down there, we have headsets on. We have the Freedom people beside us talking. We can read lips a little bit. We think we know what they're saying. I think we all agree on what we're saying.
There's definitely lips being moved, that's for sure. I can guarantee you that. I don't blame them.
We got to say this. We've been coming down here to Freedom now for middle school games, varsity games. During the COVID, we were across last year, 2 years ago, with underneath the tent and the canopy. They've always are great to work with. We appreciate Freedom's athletic department. So, did they move the ball or not?
They did not.
They did not.
It looks like they're kicking
I
now.
think we're
Still
just
from
doing
the
the good old do-over.
Somebody had to have said "my bad" down there. I don't know.
Yeah,
some
I
other
think.
words or something like that. I don't know. But somebody
Anyway,
had to say "my bad."
Third, I'm looking at this.
Extra point.
Extra point
There you
forthcoming.
go. By number 10, Jertarski.
Tarski.
Good snap.
And off the post. Just like we were watching the end of a
like
Steeler
salt
game
to
there.
the wound right there on
Yeah,
that one.
yeah, because that first one was good from about 35 yards. So extra point is no good. It's just sometimes when they just Ellwood's kind of got lucky there. They iced the kicker by calling a penalty that didn't get penalized. Anyway.
Now we're definitely sounding like John Madden.
Okay. So anyway, buck 23 remaining here in this contest. The Freedom Bulldogs leading it 13-0. We'll have some halftime stats right now for the Freedom. Been a strong dose of the run. I thought we would see
fake play or
a lot of Grunicle, and we have, but at the same time, Tyler Welsh has stepped in there running
Give
the
credit
ball.
to number 7 as well.
And Cody Patterson has made his presence known.
Some trickery.
And some trickery there. And why not? Why not do it? Patterson, he's just a junior, as well as their quarterback, Ty Schulteis. So remember, we got back to receives Elijah Palmer McCain. And Dante Pierce, little high squib kick, and it stays in bounds. And a smart play there by number 5 of the Wolverines, Daylon Curie, to jump on that ball, because that was a live ball that Freedom could have jumped on. So the Wolverines now, minute 22 remaining, 2 timeouts, down 13-0. You kind of want to do that. Let's be aggressive, but not silly. Let's not do anything stupid and turn the ball over here.
You got 2 timeouts, so my
Yes,
thought
you do.
is this first play, I would be conservative. Let's run the ball first. Let the clock run a little bit. See
Right.
how far you get, then evaluate. As I say, that 4 wide receivers for the Wolverines.
Yep. Smiley in the shotgun. Winds it up. Throws it down the field. Got his man there, and there it is. Intercepted. Daggum. A nice play there by the defensive player. Number 8, Dakota Roberts. We've said his name being in that defensive backfield, making stops all night. And there he gets the interception with a minute 14. I know what they were trying to do there. They were trying to take it down the field. And you know what? The pass was there. Roberts had the ball in his sights. But credit Roberts from the sophomore, 6'1", 185-pound.
The only good thing out of this for the Wolverines is that the Bulldogs have 0 timeouts.
No, they have 0 timeouts,
and even then,
but they
that's
do
not
not
good.
want to give up a score here. Back to pass, Schulteis throws a duck down there, and it's caught by Roberts, who just made a defensive play, makes a catch there. They stopped the clock to set the chains. That was where they start from the 40 to the
20-yard pass.
20-yard pass play. Remember, we said that kicker can kick a long way. It'll be just a gut punch now.
Yep.
If Freedom does something here. Wolverines defense needs to step up here. Wolverines playing a little bit of far back in the backfield. Schulteis, Mariacker makes it, gets a catch, and they're going to say he stayed. No, they stopped. No, he stayed in bounds, but enough for a first down. Who was that pass to? I missed it. I'm sorry.
I didn't catch it.
McCain was the stop.
Number 4.
Tyler Welsh with the catch. 35 seconds. First down. spikes the ball to Schulteis. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Moving the ball here. 2 completed passes by Freedom. So a nice play there by Freedom. Gets the interception, trying to make something happen here. Got to have some out-of-town scores tonight. Got some, as Brad was saying earlier, some conference games going on. So I'll wait to see what those are. How good's their kicker? How far can he kick? He kicked a 41-yarder, did the kicker in the week 3 for the field goal. So
and there's going to be a flag out there. It's a delay of game.
Ouch. Delay a game on Freedom. Going to knock him back 5 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd and 15. 34 seconds remaining. So up to the line of scrimmage they come. Just 5 seconds now on the play clock. Schulteis under center this time. They moved. Another penalty. Wow. Freedom had something going here, kind of self-destructing all of a sudden here. False start, moving back 5 yards. Still 2nd down, but about a 2nd and call it 20. So the ball now on the 39-yard line.
The one thing I will say is clock's not running, so as bad as the 5 yards is going backwards,
but
the
man,
clock's not running.
They just broke the huddle with 10 seconds.
Yep. It's a quick 25.
It is. Coming out of the penalty, it's 25 seconds. Schulteis under center. He's got 3 wideouts all the way down to the right. Kind of a Hail Mary going up there. And intercepted, I do believe, by number 20, the Wolverines. Jackson Kerr to stop the drive for Freedom. Kind of launched it up there, did Schulteis. Had 3 red shirts down there, but Jackson Kerr, I believe his first interception of the season, intercepts the ball at the 3-yard line. So the Wolverines now, I'll tell you what here, you just kind of say, hey.
Yeah, now you just take a knee. Just take a knee, let's get to halftime.
And get to halftime.
That or a run play fullback, just keep it tucked inside, keep it up the middle.
Yep. So Smiley now under center. Gets the ball and just kind of moves his way forward. Did not want to get into the end zone. So 15 seconds now on the clock. And I believe that's going to be the last play of this first half of football. Good half of football. The Freedom Bulldogs leading 13-0. We'll take a quick break as we set up here for the Ellwood City Blue Band and then Freedom Marching Band. And then Brad will have some stats and out-of-town scores. Enjoy the halftime show, folks.
School's Marching Blue Band's Girl Boss Show. The 2022 LHS Marching Blue Band starts the show with a song by Paramore. This is Misery Business. Next, we feature our dance line with 2004's Toxic by Britney Spears. Tonight's Girl Boss Show with Billie Eilish's Bad Guy.
on with the Freedom Area Big Red Marching Band. The Freedom Big Red Marching Band is under the direction of Emily Rickard. The assistant director is Ashley Barnes. The drill team sponsor is Stacy Allen. The majorette sponsor is Melissa Keith. And the flag line sponsor is Shayna Patrick. Our drum majors are Bridget Richard and Madison Sanders. And our commanding officer is Connor Tavern. We invite you to ride along with our ultimate road trip playlist as we take a trip around the United States. We begin on the West Coast in the Golden State with the California sound of the Beach Boys. We'll turn the key and put this thing in gear with their 1964 hit, fittingly about finding new places. It's I Get Around. Buckle up. This is the Big Red Road Trip. Travel cross-country to the east coast of Beantown. A city is known for its rich history as it is for its sports culture. We're shipping up to Boston with the music of the Dropkick Murphys. From Boston, we crossed through New England to an area known for the Blue Ridge Mountains and the Shenandoah River. Fondly known as Almost Heaven, we passed through West Virginia with Take Me Home Country Roads, featuring trumpet soloist Connor Tavern. the journey, we make our way back home to Western Pennsylvania. The jig is up, so get those tiles ready. Here's Renegade by Styx. The Freedom Area Big Red Marching Band thanks you.
All right, folks, welcome back here at halftime here. Freedom Bulldogs with the lead 13-0 on the Wolverines of Freedom, Pennsylvania. We'll get you some stats from our game as well as some out-of-town scores. But we want to take a moment.
Yes.
If you want to do it, Thad, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's a tough one.
Some sad news here. We heard here today the passing of Betty Bainey DeLoria. 85 years young. DeLoria.
Yep.
85 years young was Betty, and just a staple in Ellwood City for a lot of years. She was with the band back in 1991 when I was there. I know, Brad, she was there when you were there.
Yep.
55 years with the band.
How many? 55 years with the Ellwood City Band. She touched a lot of people's lives. A tremendous person and a fantastic individual. She just was a lady with so much class. Right. That was just unmeasurable. She had the dance studio downtown for forever, and I know she worked with Paul Brent. I think she worked with Caldwell some, and just a loss to the Ellwood City community, a loss to the Ellwood City family. Not only to the band, but just we could not go talk tonight without mentioning the life well lived of Betty
Bainey DeLoria.
So with that, she lived a good one.
She did.
The positive impact she had on so many people. We walked here tonight. You told us that, Brad. My wife, she was a Sapphire back in the day.
Yep.
And just you had that moment like, man, I just can't believe it.
Yep.
So with that, Brad, I'll let you go to some halftime stuff.
Yep, so we'll go through some halftime stats here from tonight's game. 13-0 lead for Freedom Bulldogs. They scored 7 in the first, 6 in the second there with a weird play that we still were talking about at halftime in the press box here, this extra point attempt. There was a penalty, then a not a penalty, then a penalty in between, and a penalty outside. I don't know. Whatever happened, the extra point was hit off the goalpost that kept the score 13-0. The scoring tonight was Damian Grunagel with a 44-yard run up the middle, off to the right side for a 44-yard touchdown. Garrett Drutarski's kick was good, and then Cody Patterson caught a 24 wide open touchdown pass from Ty Schultheis.
Schultheis, yes.
Schultheis, my apologies, and the kick was failed. First downs in favor of Freedom Bulldogs, 8-3. Total yards rushing 161 to 44. Freedom Bulldogs with that lead. And then passing-wise, Freedom 55, Ellwood only 29. Ellwood tonight only 3 for 10 on passing compared to 3 for 7. Both teams have been intercepted once. Total net yards, 28 plays, 216 for Freedom to just 23 plays, 73 yards. Bulldogs right now 7.7 average per play in that first half. Penalties, 6 total penalties, 2 for 10 for Ellwood, 4 for 25 for the Bulldogs. And the time of possession in favor of the Bulldogs, 14 minutes basically to 10. Third down conversions so far combined 1 for 10. The one only conversion was by Freedom. Both teams in the fourth down conversions are doing pretty good. Ellwood 2 for 4, Freedom 1 for 2. And again, those 2 turnovers, 1 each on the night. Individual rushing, Damian Grunagel, 8 carries, 67 yards, 1 touchdown. He's averaging 8.4. Tyler Welsh, 5 for 50, so he's averaging 10 yards per carry. Ty Schultheis, 4 for 24, and then Cody Patterson, 4 for 20. So there's that 161 yards on the ground.
Balanced attack there.
Yes. Rushing-wise for Ellwood, Elijah Palmer Kane, 10 carries, 34 total yards. Passing-wise, Ty Schultheis, 3 for 7, 1 interception, 1 touchdown, 55 yards. Chris Smiley, 3 for 10, 29 yards, and that 1 interception. So there's that. Out-of-town scores real quick before they go and kick off here. West Allegheny's up on Newcastle 31-6. Blackhawk at halftime 17-0 on Ambridge. Mohawk up at halftime 15-6 on Riverside. Aliquippa 14-0 over Montour at halftime. Central Valley blowing out Chartiers Valley at halftime 51-0. About ready to hit halftime. Beaver Falls up 24-0 on New Brighton. And then finally Hickory 14-0 on Wilmington at halftime.
There we go. There's the halftime. Big difference in yardage. What's going on in the Wolverines offense. I'm not saying it's been anemic, but they just could not get anything going.
Right. And one of our keys to the game is keep the momentum and keep the drives going, and that's where those yards usually come from.
Right. So out here now, we got kickoff. Is Caitlin Kreitz here kicking off. Here's the run up and the kick, high end over end kick. Run up, bounce, taken there at the 21-yard line by number 7, Patterson. Nice tackle there by number 3, Zach Wiley. Got a flag back there, though, but a nice tackle by the senior, 5'10", 130-pound Zach Wiley, doing his job on special teams. We'll wait to see, and appears to be against Freedom. Just say a legal block. I did not see it, but the guys in stripes did. That's what matters. Going to knock them off 10 yards. So that was about an 11-yard return. It's going to be taken back. About to return the ball to originally got the kick. So ball right inside the 20-yard line. Long field here to start off for the Freedom Bulldogs. So Schultheis under center in that wing. Quick handoff there to Grunigo up the middle. Keeps the legs churning. Had him stopped, but he fell forward for about 4 more. Is that O'Brien there getting up in front of the bottom of the pile?
I want to say yes.
So freshman Declan O'Brien with the stop. Going to be a 6-yard gain. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 4. Brad. Freedom, Brad. I tried
Fradham.
making it too.
I like
it. That time, now we got to play. 2nd and 4. Schultheis, hand off to Grunigo. Up the middle he goes, turning the legs, keeps it going. Wow, he had 1 step to go, and he was all the way up to the 37. O'Brien with the stop. Nice pickup on that play. I missed it, Brad, about 10 yards, I'm going to say.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay,
Thelwood.
I like it.
How about that? Thad and Ellwood, how about that?
There we go. So ball now at the 43-yard line.
38.
dyslexia kicked in there. Apologize for that. There's a pitch out there to number 4, Welsh. Makes a man miss. Zigs and zags. Keeps it going. Ridden down. Not after about a 10-yard gain by Declan Gray. Tyler Welsh with the carry. And you were reading off the stats there, Brad. You know, we heard a lot about Grunigal coming in, but all of a sudden you got a couple other running backs in here they're giving the ball to, getting 6, 8, 10 yards on each carry. So a balanced attack, not much passing here tonight by either teams. That was not enough for a first down, 2nd and 1.
And on top of it, it's not everything up the middle.
No, it's not. That misdirection, and I think that's what's throwing the Wolverines off. This time, makes a cut. Oh, I hope he don't get a face mask there, and he does. Patterson's going to get enough for the first down.
I don't think it was a face mask. I think he grabbed the actual in here.
Daccio, I think, is going to get called. They're going to talk about it.
Yeah, that was not a face mask. I'm looking at the replay. He literally grabbed right here.
As I said before, it really don't matter what we think. It's the guy in stripes.
Oh, that's right.
But of the 5-yard persuasion. So that 5 yards gives them an automatic first down, which they had a first down anyway. Hey, Anthony Baselli from Ellwood City won the 50-50 tonight. Hand off to Grunigal. Gets hit in the backfield, makes something out of nothing. Moves his way forward. He's tough to bring down. Is Grunigal. Went from the 45 down to about the 38. Pickup of 7. Did you get the tackle there?
I didn't.
Okay.
I did not as well. I'm kind of
There was
playing
kind of
some
a whole
catch up
host
here.
there.
Yeah. So, really, Freedom coming out. Guns a-blazing here in this third quarter. Going to bring up a 2nd and 3 for Freedom. Pitch out there. I believe that's Grunigal. No, Welsh. And gets taken down there by
Gavin
number
Partridge.
20. Was it Jackson Kerr? I thought it was
Well,
number 20.
Partridge had the initial hit, and then Kerr kind of came in.
But that is enough
afterward.
for a first down. So ball now on the 33-yard line. Really, it's not big plays, but it's 6, 8 yards. And that's big.
It's literally left, right, left, right, left, right.
Yeah,
left,
it
right.
is. Right now it is. There's Schulteis under center.
Dunoggle. Sorry, Chronicle. Why is it
Grunigal, you've
Dunoggle?
done
That's
that
the
a
second
couple
time I've
times
done
now.
that. Yeah.
Positive yardage.
Luciano Gagrick with the
Gagrick with the stop. But picked up about 4 on that play. See, on that front line, well, number 71 is don't have him. Number
That's
68.
Martin. That was
He's,
Martin.
but I don't have a weight for him. 6'0", 240 on the far side. 71's a big boy on this side. There's a handoff to the guy coming around. Stutter steps, makes a man miss. Patterson with the run. Not enough for the first down this time. I believe it's Mariocker in there to slow him up.
Mariocker and 87.
Hobel. So third down here. Really, I believe this is the first third down of this drive that started on their own 20-yard line. So they're not moving the ball kind of at will here right now. Schulteis under center. Little different formation. Grunigal with the handoff. He's up that left side. Got the first down. Oh, the way down to the 16-yard line. Got 4. Got about 9 for the first down.
I'm thinking Kerr with the stoppage.
Kerr with the stop. So Freedom inside the red zone now. Ball at the 17-yard line, and they've really just come out this third quarter in the first 4.5 minutes, Brad, doing what they want to do, running the ball. Wolverines not having an answer for these misdirection type plays. Schulteis, handoff Grunigal, around that right side, gets a stiff arm, gets a hand down, got some blockers down there, rolling, bumbling all the way down. Gonna go, no, they kept them in bounds, but I'm gonna say about the 9-yard line.
I'm going to say number 55
Pick
on that
up 8,
tackle.
Maddox Singer and Ryder Grinnan as well. So second down, and we'll call it a long one for the Bulldogs. And they're just kind of having their way on this drive, Brad. Give them credit for coming out. Whatever was said at halftime, they ate their Wheaties because right now they're pushing around the Ellwood City Wolverines. Schulteis out to Welsh. Got to see him up the middle. He goes and he drives his way forward. And he's into the end zone for the 9-yard run touchdown. Tyler Welsh making the score 19-0. Impressive drive there by the Freedom Bulldogs. Just hardcore running. And they did it with a couple different guys doing it. So, extra point forthcoming.
I'm assuming they're going to go
I'm
for
assuming
2.
that too. Gonna try to go for 2, it appears.
My thought is just hand the ball off.
Yep, and they do the ground and go. And he goes forward. That 2-point conversion, making the score 21-0 in favor of the Freedom Bulldogs. We'll take a quick timeout. Welcome back, folks. After that 80-yard all-running drive by the Freedom Bulldogs, took about 5.5 minutes off the clock. Here's some run-up and the kick. High end-over-end kick, and, got there. Picked up by number 7 of the Wolverines. Gets it all the way down. Was Anthony Barbario. He had that mac and cheese last night. Returned the ball a bunch. Down to about the 39-yard line. That was a short end-over-end kick. Where did he take that ball?
I want to say
a Freedom Bulldog down.
It was right around the 37-ish.
Yeah,
about 37, 38-yard line.
But a heads-up play there.
Number 3 by the Bulldogs, walk off on his own power.
Okay.
Got hit in the arm.
Austin Cole.
Just hit his arm. Kind of probably hit the funny bone area, no pun intended, and that hurts. That's a stinger.
So the Wolverines now with great field position.
Something that we've said multiple times tonight, actually 3 times.
Yeah, when they started drive, I think it's the 3rd time that they started a drive in Freedom territory. Ball now at the 39-yard line. And, oh, no.
No, I'm going to dispute this one a little bit. You have an injury timeout in 25 seconds. 1, you should be ready. But 2, how does 25 seconds come off the clock with an injury like that?
Right.
I'm kind of confused. I'll leave it alone.
Anyway, the Wolverines burn a timeout there.
So I would say so far, looking at those scores, everything playing to what we thought tonight would look like. Mohawk with a 15-6-point lead on Riverside. Beaver Falls cruising 24-0 on New Brighton before halftime. I want to say Western Beaver and Neshannock is Saturday?
Yeah, that is
a Saturday game.
That is a Saturday
game.
game.
That is right.
So now the Wolverines out of that timeout. 2 wide outs to the right, 1 to the left, deploys 1 out there. Swing pass and just too short. Does not go to Elijah, and he wanted that ball. He had some green grass in front of him there. Ball falls incomplete.
This is going to be something that he's going to need time. With it being Chris Smiley, he's thrown too hard, and now he's undercorrecting. Now it's too short.
Yep.
Give him time.
And
he's been
it's
accurate in the
the
past.
Wolverines right now, I mean, it's almost like when they get no yards on first down, it's
Right.
almost a drive killer. They're not able, they've not had many plays of much more than 5-6 yards all
Right.
night, other than a few pass plays early. Wants to do it again. Smiley. Oh, he's wrapped up and thrown down with authority for a big loss.
Number 5.
Was number 5, Cooper Young, in there from that line, defensive line position. Loss of about 6 on the play brings up a 3rd and 16. Wolverines offense, they came out and had a pretty good drive in that first drive of the game. Came away with no points, and they've really not done a lot
I was
since.
gonna say, since then, not very much.
So on this 3rd and we'll call it 16, after the 6-yard sack, there's a handoff. Up the middle goes, I believe that's Elijah. No, it's
26.
Dante Pierce. Gets about 6 yards back. Going to bring up a 4th and 10. Ball just inside the 40-yard line. So on this 4th down, it appears for freedom. I mean, they got some big guys up there on the line at defense. They got, I think, players that aren't maybe playing both ways like we always see. You're seeing some bigger guys on the line on the offense, but right now they're just having their way, getting through there. Big 4th down here. Wolverines 1 for 3 on 4th downs tonight. Smiley gets some time to throw. Throws it down there. What a grab! What a grab at the 18-yard line by number 5, Daylon Curie. The freshman making things happen. A big pickup on the play. What's that about? Down to the 18-yard line.
About 21 yards on that play.
21 yards on that pass play. Smiley. And there was some double coverage down there.
Yeah.
And Daylon said, hey, that's my ball, and went up and got it. So 1st and 10 now. Wolverines on the 18-yard line. Handoff to Dante Pierce. Brave dragging people. Gets it down to about the 14-yard line. Pick up a 4. Yep, just inside the 15. They're going to credit Grunigal with the stop. So the Wolverines got to come away with a touchdown here.
Oh, yeah, this
4
is
minutes
down
remaining
territory.
in the 3rd.
Across the board.
Right about now, anything in Freedom Bulldog territory appears to be
4 downs.
4 down territory. So the sophomore Smiley in the shotgun. 2 wideouts to the right, 1 to the left. Back to pass. Wants to throw it quick. Guy's not there. He drops the ball, loses it. Ball still down, still on the ground, and I believe the number 18 jumped on it. Nathan DiNardo. About 8 different people had their mitts on that ball, and Smiley he wanted to get that ball released quick, and we have an injured player down for Ellwood City now on the field. And credit DiNardo with that. And I don't have confirmation yet on who it is. But Chris Smiley took a pretty nasty hit in there. And when he went back to throw the ball, and it was a legit fumble, I'm not making excuses, but he got hit. So some, injured player kind of laying on the ground right now on his stomach. I'm going to wait and see here.
It's Mariacker.
Yes. Marioc is kind of half sitting up right now. No. Better get the number right. It's not Mariocker.
77.
Number 77.
Oh, okay.
I didn't think it was him. 77. sophomore Shane Lutz walking off the field with his own power. Almost looked like an abdominal type thing.
Yeah, I think he got hit low.
Midsection.
I want to say he got hit in that middle area, and that's a stinger. That takes some time to get your breath back, and you feel that one for a couple.
Yes, but trainer Travis over there getting him to the sidelines to take a look. So after the turnover, man, the Wolverines got inside the red zone. But once again, no points, 3:39. Ball on the 17-yard line, Freedom. Sends a man in motion, pitches it out. Almost loses the handle is number 7, Patterson. But he's eaten up there quickly for a loss on the play. Looked like Gray was in there for a stop, as well as some other Wolverines. Nope, Mariocker was in there as well. So now the Wolverines find themselves down by 3 scores. Threatened a few times tonight, just not able to finish. 2nd and 10, handoff there to Grunigal. Bowling his way forward, making something out of nothing, but minimal gain there. About, looks like we're going to give him 2 yards, bring up a 3rd down.
Gain of 5 because they lost yardage back to the 15.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yep, you're okay.
Give him 5. So now the Wolverines just kind of need a stop here on this 3rd down. Try to get the ball back. 2:20 remaining.
Not only do they need to stop, they need something
turnover
go in the opposite direction.
There's Schulteis back to pass. Going to keep it. Runs his way forward. Taken down. Spin it down, big fella. That's number 72.
Yep.
Ryder grinning says, "You're not going anywhere, buddy." And throws him down for, once again, no gain on the play. So 4th down now.
First time we're going to see a punt.
Yeah, I was going to think that. First time we're going to see a punt tonight. Back to punt is number 10, Garrett Jutarski.
You said
back
what?
to
He kicked a 40-yard?
A 41-yard field goal. Oh, bad snap, but he picks it up. He gets it away, kind of a soccer-style kick. Woo. Boy, he made something there out of nothing. Ball, Wolverines will get the ball back at the 49-yard line. Not the kick that he wanted, but still kind of the snap back there. I think these long snappers, and I watched the Steeler game last week.
I was waiting for you to mention something about it. Talk about drama that weekend. Last weekend, drama. And that was just week 1. Just week 1. You got 16 more of those suckers.
4 or 5 of them are definitely not going to have TJ Watt in them. Anyway, 1st and 10, Wolverines at the 49-yard line. Smiley gets the handoff to Elijah. Oh, no.
Look at that. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6 of them.
Yep. There's a little bit on the snap. I think it threw the timing off, and a big-time loss on the play. Ball goes from the 48 all the way back to the 40. Loss of 12 on the play. And there just was really no blocking on this near side. And they were like sharks that time. So 2nd and 21 for the Wolverines, going backwards. So Smiley going back to pass. Throws it underneath there. Got a flag on the play to Luciano Gagrick. Gets it all the way back to the 49-yard line. Let's wait to see what the flag is.
It's going to be a hold against the Wolverines.
I'm afraid so. Yes, holding to the Wolverines. Take that 12-yard gain off the books.
Number 8, the tackler for Freedom.
Dakota Roberts, but they're going to replay that play again. Right now, I tell you what.
Number 21 there, Matt Schulteis was breaking that up in the backfield. If he didn't get held, it was going to be a sack.
Yeah. This offense right now is kind of like a piece of IKEA furniture. They're
Wow,
barely holding
we're really going behind the line on the scrimmage on the hold.
Yes, we are.
Wow.
All the way back.
I'll get you an exact number here in a
At the
second.
23, 27, about 38.
It is a second down and 39 officially.
Second and 39. Go deep in the playbook for this one. Nothing there for Dante Pierce. Big number 57.
And that was
in
Dante
there.
Pierce.
Andrew Henley with the tackle.
That was Dante Pierce.
Yes, Dante Pierce with the run.
Loss of 5.
Loss of 5. And just like that, we are at the end of the third quarter. So the Wolverines find themselves down 21-0 at the end of 3 in this contest against the Freedom Bulldogs. We'll be right back. Welcome back, folks. As we start this fourth quarter, the Wolverines down 21-0, and they find themselves up with a very manageable 3rd and 44. Page 8 of the playbook on this one. So under center is Smiley. Quick handoff there. Up the middle is Luciano Gagrick, and he's going to get about 3 yards. Going to bring up a 4th and 41. That was number 9 on the tackle.
44.
44. Oh, Grungle. Now you got me messing it up. So the Wolverines will be punting from their 22-yard line.
I don't, unless a bad snap, I don't see any fake play here.
No, I'm not thinking that either. You just said it, Brad. The Wolverines were guesstimation 5 total yards in that third quarter.
And that was without the penalties.
A good snap.
Good kick.
High end over end kick taken there by Patterson, number 7 at the 43. First man misses, got a shirt, going the other way around that right side. He needs a block. Gray slows him down. Now he's coming back this way. Oh, a big time block.
Yep,
you got to be kidding me.
Saw that one
Patterson
coming.
all the way down to the 35-yard line. There's no more flags left to be thrown because they're all on the field. We have 3.
You got to realize you just don't do it. There's no reason to do it. There's no reason to do it.
They're saying there's a legal hit. I'm sure it's going to be one of them as they sort this out. A nice run by Patterson. He went from hash mark to hash mark, and he launched a would-be Freedom player launched.
And I'm not picking on anybody here. If you're running in the opposite direction of your runner, just don't do it. Just
I know,
stand there,
but
chicken-legged, just
don't
do it.
You still got to let him play. It didn't hit him in the back. I mean, I know we're Ellwood
It's
guys,
blindsided, though.
It's blindsided. I understand that.
Just
they
stand
don't
there.
want them hits to be taken care of, but it's hard not to. It'd be hard as a player not to do that, is my point. So the officials are going over to talk to Coach Bradley of Ellwood City. There's one flag at the Ellwood 36. There's another flag at the Bulldog 46. Another one that got picked up.
It was right about midfield, though.
Yeah, I think so. I was thinking it was in the same direction as that.
It's right where the Wolverines are currently standing is where that last flag was.
So we're waiting to see. There's conversation going on with Coach Bradley, and I don't think it's about where they're going to go to dinner after the game. And they're kind of waiting to see exactly. We know the kick that ended up at about the 35-yard line of Ellwood City is coming back. We've established that. Here, we're going to have an official call. We have a holding declined, followed with a personal foul.
Okay, now see, I don't like
They're
that.
calling
one.
that a helmet to helmet.
I don't like that call. It's just blocking the back.
Yep. Yes. So
I don't like
they're
the-
marking
I don't like
like
the-
15 yards.
Right. I don't like the language on that one. To me,
A,
just call
a
it
nice
block
punt
back.
by Gray through
Yes.
all of this. A nice punt of 28, about 34 yards unofficial. So he picked up the flags. Freedom will start this drive at their own 31-yard line. So instead of being at the Ellwood City 35, they're back at the 31. There's handoff up the middle goes Welsh, driving them legs forward for about 9 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 1.
55 on the tackle.
Maddox Singer with the tackle. So the ball now right at the 39-yard line. Going to be about a 2nd and we'll call it a short 2. So Schulteis under center. Hands off to Welsh up the middle. He's going to, dependent upon the spot, and yes, he is going to have enough for the 1st down.
Well, it was Welsh. Never mind. My apologies. They said Grunagel.
Okay.
You're right,
44.
though.
All right.
You're right. No,
You
no,
were
you're
holding
right.
up 4 fingers, and it was
Yeah, I was
so-
getting all confused.
so I'm
I
not
was-
sure who had to tackle. But
There
anyway,
was a whole host there.
yep. Now 1st and 10. How many 1st downs did Freedom have in that 3rd quarter, Brad? They will have all the game stats. Schulteis, handoff there to Patterson around that right side, gets a block out that right side, pick up of another 10 yards. Right now, Freedom is just getting that 7, 8, 10 yards on each run.
Ellwood number 1, I believe, on the stop.
Dom Hogue.
He had some of his mom's mac and cheese last night,
Had
too.
to have. Had
That's
to.
what did it, man. I'm telling you what. It was that good. All right, now Freedom with the ball inside Ellwood City territory at the 47-yard line. Gronigo up the middle he goes, makes the first wave miss, and he's hard to bring down. Another 8 yards.
I believe 15 was at the bottom of the pile.
Declan Gray there, we'll credit with the tackle. And one thing I think Freedom has going for them is Gronigo's more of that power, drop the head, and run straight forward. You got to bring me down. And then you can go with number 4, Tyler Welsh. Maybe a little shiftier, a little faster move as he rolls around that right side. And I think right now we're going to have a timeout against Ellwood City. Hey, folks, a lot of great businesses here in town support not just the football team, but all organizations. And once we get the field all done there at Helling Stadium, you'll walk in there and you'll see these signs of these great businesses that donated money to the Booster organization. Of course, we have the Championship Club, the top level, Mata Heating and Air Conditioning, Ellwood City Transit, Zona Tours, Dave's Hometown Shop and Save, Mary Jo's Catering, Joey's Place, and the Dooney Petricola Memorial Scholarship Fund, and Armstrong Cable. Our Touchdown Club. In that group, we have D4 Investment Properties, the T-Box, Signs by Sam, the Color Center, Venezi Sporting Goods, Diamond Dance Academy, Campers in RV. And then, of course, our Field Goal Club, Pagnosis Chiropractic, Mobros Lawn Specialist, Spokane Orthodontics, Stuffler Window Cleaning, Allen's Lawn Service, Sam Teolis. People are just dying to see him. His funeral home down there. And, of course, Turner Funeral Home and Tomer Funeral Home. There's a handoff up the middle. New running back in there, I believe. Down to the 35.
23 was on the carry.
Yes, 23. Carter. They told me how to say that name. No, it's not how it sounds. Assessi. There it was. I had it written down right. But Assessi, his first carry of the night, really no gain on that play.
No, he gained 3. Got the first
gained
down.
3?
Yep, got the first down.
Oh, I missed it. I figure
you're okay.
That timeout messed me up. Schulteis there. Handoff to Assessi. Straight ahead this time.
Knock on wood, I haven't put anybody in timeout for school yet. So you're talking about timeout, something like you've been put in timeout.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You do that at the high school
No,
level?
no.
I didn't think so. I mean, I do that like.
No, I'm thinking timeout as in like something like detention, but.
Oh, well, I think a timeout with like a 5-year-old nephew. Like you've done enough. Go sit over there and timeout.
Well, we are talking about you.
Okay, I'm trying to be part of this conversation that I know nothing about. Okay, 2nd and 8. And throw out there to Welsh around that left side. Chased by a bunch of Wolverines. Taken out of bounds by Mariocker at about the 17-yard line. But not after about we'll call it a 17-yard pickup. It's a first down. They're going to give him down to the 15-yard line. So the Freedom Bulldogs now in the red zone. Next week, we will be Friday night off. And we will be at Western Beaver. 12:30 kickoff.
Oof.
Western Beaver don't have lights, so it'll be an afternoon game. Schulteis out to Patterson. Zigzags, finds his way in there, lowers his head. Into the end zone he goes. 15-yard run. He wanted it. He got it. That scores 27-0. I tell you what, a nice run there by Patterson. He could have been got about 3 times, but he wanted pay dirt in that end zone. So Freedom now with the commanding 27-0 lead. Extra point forthcoming. Number 10, Drutarski now on for the extra point. High snap, gets it down, but it is good. Sorry, folks.
The extra point is good.
Thank you,
Definitely
Dakota.
good. Woo.
Let's take a timeout. Welcome back, folks, in this contest. The Freedom Bulldogs commanding 28-0 lead, 7:45 remaining in this contest. Now kicking off is Drutarski. Oh, kind of a squib kick there. It does a bounce, taken there by number 7, Anthony Barbario. About a 1-yard return. Gets the ball and just pretty close to the sidelines there. So out of bounds he goes. Wolverines now. We'll credit to Sean Williams, number 9, with the stop. So the Wolverines down 28-0, and I think you're at the point in the game, Brad, where let's just try to get something positive on the offensive side of the ball. Only, 73 yards in that first half.
Right.
You're
They're
dealing
sitting at
with
82, so 9 total yards
9
so far.
total yards.
Just need one drive to get something going here.
Get a drive
Just
going
give me
here
one drive.
as we get ready. So Smiley Got O'Brien in the backfield to block for Elijah. Tries the outside and making something out of nothing. He was hitting the backfield, but finds his way forward for about 3 yards. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. Number 55 for Freedom got a little hitch in his giddy up there as he comes off, a little limp, and appears to be okay, but brought himself out of the play. So bringing up a 2nd down and 6. Ball resting on the 45-yard line. So there's a handoff. Palmer McCain with the carry. Positive yardage up to about the 3.
I'm going to guess number 7 for Freedom with
So
the tackle.
Cody Patterson, big part of this Freedom team. Said his name quite a bit tonight, both on offense and defense. So big 3rd down here for the Wolverines. Ball on the 49-yard line. We're going to call it the 3rd and a short 2. Smiley under center. There's a handoff to McCain, trying that left side, and I thought he was going to follow his way forward to get there, but he's going to be short of the line of gain. Ty Schulteis, number 21, quarterback, also in that defensive backfield for Freedom, makes the tackle. So no gain on the play. Freedom's done something different, Brad, because early on in this game, the Ellwood City Wolverines could run to the outside and get some positive yardage. They've done some change, and the lanes just are not there. Big 4th down here. There's a handoff. McCain, and he's driven way back.
I was going to say, where's the whistle? Holy smokes.
Gronigal just met Elijah just about the time he got the ball. No gain, going to go backwards. And they actually give, I think, Freedom a pretty favorable spot because he was going nowhere. No, not as bad. They kind of corrected it. So ball at the 45-yard line now. Ball turnover on downs. So Freedom now with the ball. 6:01 remaining. Oh, we got a cramp out there. Someone just went down. And okay. He got up into the sidelines pretty quick. Was Maddox Singer. Now coming in is big number 50, P.J. Du Bois. He stands at 5'11", 320 on that defensive line. He drives his way in there. But Welsh makes the first wave miss. Block in the back. There it is. They called it all the way down to the 26. But that block in the back, I've said it before, Brad, Ray Charles, with Helen Keller spotting for him, could have saw that one. That was a block in the back. That play's coming back. It's another one of them plays he didn't need to. It's easy from up here, but it has to drive coaches nuts when you see that. Yeah, it's a big play with positive yardage, and I got spun around there. So a spot foul. The ball was at the 40-yard line. Going to go back to the Ellwood City, the Freedom 49-yard line. So that'll be 1st down, and we'll call it 16 for Freedom. There's been some untimely penalties in this game, but a pretty well-played game. There's not been.
Yeah, 11 penalties so far in this one, all 7 of them for Freedom. They're not drive killers, though.
Right, they've not been. Pitch out there to Welsh. Around that right side he goes. He's got a seam. Up the lane he goes. One man to beat, and he's taken down by O'Brien. Thrown down, but not after. Ball down at the 22-yard line. A 29-yard run for Tyler Welsh. He's got to be over 100 yards tonight. So going to bring up 1st down, and Mariacker, we find him on the ground. He's wanting a little stop, and gets up off the ground, and off the field he comes. An injury timeout, but it's going to be a short one. So now, hey, how about both bands tonight? Did a very nice job, both halftime shows. You get great sound out of them. Not the biggest bands in the world, but hey, that did a nice job. I think they played Renegade, and that's how Freedom came out in that third quarter and did so well. The Renegade. Schulteis under center. Kind of an I formation this time. Handoff. Pounding his way forward. You got to stop him, guys. And blow the whistles, guys. Gosh almighty. So a whole bunch of Wolverines. Zashawn Williams, his first carry of the night, and it's a positive one for about 4 yards. Bottom of the pile gets up is P.J. Du Bois, but there was a whole host of Wolverines up there to try to get him stopped. Pick up a 3 on the play, going to bring up a 2nd down and 7. Schulteis under center, wide out to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff to number 9, zigging and zagging his way through there. Gets it down to the 10-yard line. Did Zashawn Williams. Oh.
Yeah, it's going to be a new quarterback.
Okay,
Isaiah
yep, thank you. Yep, Isaiah Leisha. Okay. Zach Wiley on the stop. Ball's going to be at the 11-yard line, but that is enough for a first down. What's your name, bud? John. Hey, John, got the one of the timekeepers here sitting beside me tonight. Been a big help. I appreciate that. We always try to give credit where credit is due. So now we got this 1st and 10 from the 11. As I said, Leisha in now at quarterback. The game well in hand with 3:31 remaining. And we're going to need somebody to talk. The Freedom Bulldogs will take their first time out of the second half. Brad, I'm not sure if there's a JV game tomorrow for football. I know they had
It's on the schedule.
Okay, it's on the
for
schedule.
10 a.m., but I don't know what that
for
means.
10 a.m. The girls volleyball got another tournament tomorrow.
Yep.
That they will be at. And girls volleyball next week. Tuesday night is home. Thursday night is away at Beaver Falls.
And they're looking to bounce back. They had a tough one. I mean, you
They
got the number 1 team in the section, Neshannock and Shenango, 1 and 2. However you want, you put them in a hat
you're
and chuck
finding
them
them in
out.
the top 6, I believe it is, in
Yeah.
Section 3A.
And not in no offense, but to have a schedule not favor you in 1 week, you get both of them back to back.
Yeah,
That's not fun either.
That was tough. So, golf had a good week.
They did.
So, after that timeout, it's 1st and 10 from the 11. And I think we have a pre-snap penalty here. So false start against Freedom. A whole lot of new jerseys in there for Freedom now in his final 3:28 remaining.
Yeah, once again, we know the JV game is scheduled for Freedom at 10 a.m. I'm assuming that it is on. I have not heard.
I
haven't heard.
It's not, so they
Yeah.
should be. Leisha now under center after that 5-yard penalty. Handoff there, positive yards up to the 15 was Williams, Zashawn Williams. Williams, just a freshman in there at running back right now. Let's give credit to Patterson, number 28 for the stop. Yes, Ethan Patterson, a junior, making his presence known.
Freedom Bulldogs officially over 400 yards on offense to just 86 right now for the Wolverines.
So Leisha under center, pitches out there to number 43 this time, and there's another hold call. Oh, PJ comes up and decks the kid. O'Brien's there to just make sure everything's done, but I think we're gonna have a hold on this play. We'll wait for the officials. Yes, holding against Freedom. So mark 10 yards off of that spot foul. It's going to be Freedom going backwards now on this drive out to the 26-yard line. They can get a first down inside the 1.5-yard line. So Leisha now under center. Pitch out there. First man misses, and he just stacked up there by the Wolverines.
I want to say it's 43. Oh, check that. Number 10.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh, was that the ball carrier?
That
10?
was the kick?
Yeah,
Yeah.
10 was the carrier.
Yep. Jatarski with the carry. So now Freedom on this third down. And 25. So with 1:56 remaining, Freedom will take their second timeout. As we're wrapping up this game, as we said, next week our broadcast will be from Western Beaver.
Yeah, you'll have to bear with us on that one there. We haven't communicated with them just yet, but we'll either be up top above the press box or hopefully inside, one of the two.
Yeah,
I'm not really
not
sure.
a big press
We'll
box
leave it
down
alone,
there
but
at Western
yeah,
Beaver.
we'll leave that one alone.
We'll see what they had.
We'll prepare either on top or inside.
All right. Right. So.
I'll tell you what, the only thing I would say
We've
for
been
Freedom,
saying that all night.
the only thing I would say about Freedom tonight, they do have a lot of penalties stacking up. 9 for 79 yards right now. That's the only thing that's
yeah,
going
and
wrong for
that's
Freedom. And a turnover here or there. That's it.
Yep. There's a handoff up the middle, and not much running room there for number 20, Lorenzo Pezzolano. Carries the ball. It's going to bring up a fourth down now. Minute 42 remaining. I have a feeling they're going to run this down as far as they can. Might as well go for it. See what your kicker's made of. 25, 35. It'd be 42 yards. And I mean, why do it on a 28-0 game? But you don't see many 40-yard kicks in high school.
If I'm the Freedom, I would send him out there. You never know. That field goal may be something different down the road.
Right. So on this second, for 4th and 25, around that right side goes number 9, Williams. And he's going to be tackled there, well short of the line again, about the 20-yard line. Going to be turnover on downs. So the Wolverines now with just a minute 7 remaining. Give number 7, Anthony Barbario, credit for that tackle. So the Wolverines take over on the 19-yard line. Stick around into the game, folks. Won't be real long, but you'll have some halftime or full game stats.
Yep.
As well as some out-of-town scores. And
some possible finals, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Well, with it being 7 o'clock
Oh,
kickoff
that's
for
right.
7:30, there may be finals.
Forget about this. So, the Wolverines now. Chris Smiley under center. Gets the ball, hands off there to number 25. Up that left side he goes, and pinball down was Gavin McClure.
Number 9 and number 6 with the tackle.
So Sean Williams with the tackle, and give Jake Allen a shout out for getting in on a tackle too. Under a minute remaining here, 40 couple seconds. Nice crowd tonight here by Ellwood City, making a trip down here to Freedom. Freedom had a great crowd as well. Beautiful night for high school football. Chris Smiley to McClure, holding on to that ball tightly. Wrapped up there by number 54, Tyler Hensley. I believe he does have enough for the first down up to the 30-yard line.
He does.
So I think, folks, as the Wolverines head to the sidelines, we can call this game all but over. Tonight, from Jimbo Covert Stadium in Freedom, Pennsylvania, the Freedom Bulldogs have defeated the Ellwood City Wolverines 28-0. Stick around. We'll have some game stats and some out-of-town scores and be signing off here shortly.
All right, folks, welcome back here to Freedom High School in Freedom, Pennsylvania. Final score here, the Bulldogs defeat the Wolverines 28-0. Wolverines will fall to 1-3, 0-1 in conference play. The Bulldogs will pick up a big victory as they know the top 5 teams make playoffs, and every win counts from here on out. So very competitive games across the board each week, and these are the games that you on paper, you're seen to be the favorite team, and the Bulldogs did come through 28-0. We'll get some game stats here from tonight's victory by the Bulldogs. 28-0 was a score. 7 points in that first quarter by Damian Grunagel. He started us off with a 44-yard touchdown run, and the kick was good by Garrett Jutarski. Second quarter, 6-0 in favor of the Bulldogs there. Cody Patterson, 24-yard touchdown pass left wide open right before halftime. And I think that, I don't want to say that was the play of the game, but it kind of set the tone for the second half in favor of the Bulldogs. Wolverines too far back, down 13-0 at halftime. Tyler Walsh added a 9-yard touchdown run, and the extra point was a 2-point conversion run by Damian Grunagel that made the score at the time 21-0. And then finally, Cody Patterson, another 15-yard touchdown run with the kick good by Jutarski for a final score of 28-0. Game stats, team stats here. First downs, Freedom all over the Wolverines, 18-5 in that category. Net yards rushing, Ellwood finished with 47. Freedom Bulldogs, 361 the hard way. Passing-wise, Freedom Bulldogs finished with 55. Ellwood with 50. Ellwood finished 4 for 12 with 1 interception, 3 for 7 for the Bulldogs. So they did at least attempt 7 times to pass were the Bulldogs. Total plays and total yardage. 38 plays for 97 yards for Ellwood, 58 plays, 416 yards, an average of 7.2 per play compared to just 2.6. The one downfall for the Bulldogs tonight, penalties, 9 for 79 compared to 4 for 32 for the Wolverines. Turnovers on the night, 2-1 in favor of Freedom. Ellwood had an interception and fumble, and Freedom just had that one interception. Time of possession, wow. Pretty one-sided, about 30 minutes to just 18. So pretty one-sided in favor of the Bulldogs. And in third down conversions, only 2 for 8 for Freedom. So maybe third down conversion would be another one. Flip side, Wolverines were 3 for 6 on fourth down, and the Bulldogs were 1 for 3. Individual stats here, rushing-wise, for the Ellwood, 15 carries for 26 yards was Elijah Palmer-McCain. Gavin McClure, 2 carries, 11 yards there at the end. Luciana Gackrick, 2 carries, 11 yards. And then 4 carries for Dante Pierce for 9 yards. Flip side, here you go, Thad. You ready for this?
Yes.
Woo! Tyler Welsh, 13 carries, 136 yards, 1 touchdown, an average of 10.5. Damian Grunockel, 17 carries, 130 yards, 1 touchdown, average of 7.6. Cody Patterson, 8 for 46, 1 touchdown, average of 5.8. Ty Schutisis, 5 carries, 25 yards, so a total 361 by the Bulldogs. Passing, Tyler Schulteis, 3 for 7, 1 interception, 1 touchdown, 55 yards. Chris Miley, 4 for 12, 1 interception, and 50 yards. So there is your game stats from tonight's game. On offense, defensively, the leading tacklers for both teams. Brighton Mariacker, 10 tackles tonight. Give credit to Declan O'Brien, switching from that linebacker position now that Mariacker's back. He goes on the defensive line. He had 9 tackles as well. Flip side, Cody Patterson, 7 tackles, and Damian Grunockel with 6. So there are your game stats. Couple final scores here out of town. We don't have very many tonight, so I'm wondering if a lot of drama here at these at the late minutes of some of those games that we were calling. 3 updates. That's all I've got tonight. West Allegheny did defeat Newcastle 52-14. Aliquippa did shut out Montour 33-0. And here is a big one, and hopefully the Freedom listeners are listening too. Mohawk had a 28-26 lead on Riverside with 22 seconds left. Riverside scored a touchdown with 4 seconds left, and the pass by Rona with 4 seconds in that at the end of the game was no good. 32-28. Riverside does come back to beat Mohawk tonight.
Wow.
So Riverside, out of nowhere, a 7-0 loss in the first night.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, now they're 2-1 and 1-0 conference play.
1-0 conference, and that's big.
Yep.
You know, that is huge.
All right, Thad, that's enough for me. Take us
Okay.
out.
Great. Once again, a huge thank you to the folks here at Freedom. Beautiful pregame ceremony tonight, and beautiful field, and they're always so congenial. Had even some food here in the press box for us, which is always nice and appreciated. They wish I'd shut up so they can leave. Betting. Tina, very nice to meet you. You do been very very warm and made us feel welcome. So with that, cameraman Dakota Marshall, the man that's in charge, the producer, stat guy, Brad Windhorst, and myself, Thad Sturgeon. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast half as much as we've enjoyed presenting it to you. Thank you. We'll be with you next week, 12:30. Keep on Twitter, Facebook, all the fun stuff Brad has.
From Western Beaver.
What we'll have next week for some other, be covering all of Ellwood City High School sports. Thank you. Good night, everybody.